Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, it's time for another arcade tour because I've changed a lot in the last couple months, but this room is the one that's changed the most. So we're gonna end up in here last because I wanna show you some of the cool stuff I did. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out to the garage first. There's some new stuff in there too, but keep in mind, last year was a big year for buying arcade machines and I need to calm down. And I'm not suggesting that you calm down too, but if you're like me, you get excited. Steve Laity, classic example. Guy lives in Vegas. He's become a friend of mine, and the guy buys everything. Now he claims that my garage and my space just keeps getting larger. Not true. Not true. Actually, the space is the same. It's just I sell stuff, and then I regret selling it, and then I get it again. Okay, well, Bonehead, the garage is closed, which is awesome. So if this works, okay, it should open up the garage. So let's see. All right, here we go. This is the official GarageCade tour for 2023, and we've got fog effects now. Okay, but the problem is with the fog, you can't see anything. So this garage tour doesn't work because of the fog machine. But anyways, we're gonna continue anyways, despite this ridiculous, stupid idea, which already has failed. So over here, there's a Tekken 2, and this is actually in an MK1 cabinet. Now, I was gonna restore this to an MK1. I got this for free, actually, from Electric Bat. So thank you to Rachel over at Electric Bat, who got me this. This is pretty awesome, and she gave it to me for free, so that's a big plus. But we're gonna convert that into an MK1, but now that the weather's turned in Arizona, we're probably not gonna do it for probably till the fall, but we're gonna get that done. Then over here, we have the Sinistar cockpit, which has remained here and will stay here till I die. You're gonna bury me in this cockpit. Remember Cadillac? No, it's not Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Remember, shoot, is it Sunset Riders where it's all bury me with my money?
Bury me with my money.
Bury me with my Sinistar. All right. Over here we've got the Outrun. So this is an original Outrun. It's an Outrun stand-up. It's not the deluxe cabinet. This one's down right now. There's a proprietary graphics chip in these Sega games. Problem is, when the graphics chip goes, the only thing you can do is harvest another graphics chip. So from like a known working board. That sucks because you're destroying a board to save a board. So I don't really know what I'm going to do with that yet, but we'll figure it out. And there goes the fog machine again. On this side, we've got Smash TV. This is the 25-inch Smash TV. Just take a note of that because I own two Smash TVs. I'm probably going to get rid of this one, but this one's unique. It's the big 25-inch one. There was a lot of these out there, so it's not necessarily rare, but they do go for quite a bit of money at this point in time. So anyways, but I'm thinking about maybe getting rid of that because I already have another one. Now, Terminator 2, I got this for a really good price, Terminator 2. I don't know, Terminator 2's replay value this is a nostalgia game for me. I remember vividly at the Dream Machine in Lincoln, Rhode Island playing this. And it was around the time the movie and everything. There was so much going on around Terminator. I love this series, so I kind of hold on to it more for nostalgic value than replayability, because it's a hard as... I'll just swear. It's a hard as shit game, and when you have someone else playing with you, it's a lot more fun than playing it solo. Anyway, so over here we've got the X-Men. You guys remember I did the restoration with Nick Madsen. We actually went from Simpsons to X-Men, so this was a game I've wanted for a while. Got a little flack for that, but X-Men's better than the Simpsons, I'm sorry. Okay, then you got the Robotron. Now Robotron, I'm going to say this about Robotron. Robotron is a very difficult game. I didn't grow up with Robotron. I didn't grow up with Robotron, but I'm trying to get better at Robotron. Jeez, I'm not the best at the game. It's a really hard game, actually. You just got to keep practicing it. It's as hard as nails game. This is a gamer's game, in my opinion. You have to really like the game. The gameplay, graphics and stuff might seem dated to you, but to me, the gameplay is so good that, yeah, it's one of those just ultimate classic arcade games. But unless you truly love the score chasing and the difficulty of it, you may not like it, but I love it. Okay, over here we've got NARC. NARC Took a while for me to find, but I got this one. These go for a lot of money, and I got this one for 500 bucks. I did have to source a new monitor for it. This uses a medium res monitor. These are not easy to find. As a matter of fact, they're like finding diamonds in the rough. So I was lucky enough to score one of those. So all in, that probably cost me about $1,100 for my NARC, considering the monitor cost and stuff like that. Now you swing over here, and you've got the grid. You don't see grids a lot now. Who the heck wants to own only one grid? That's a really good question. I really wish I could find another one, but these go for a lot of money, and the chances... This fog machine was not a good idea. The chances of me finding another grid for a good price are probably slim to none, but this one is unique because the topper was recreated by Galloping Ghost. I don't know how many people can say that, and I had them put their logo on it, so this is a one of a kind in my opinion. This game is awesome. If you've never played it before, you need to. Especially if you like first-person shooting games, third-person shooting games, like, you will absolutely love this. Okay, swing over here now. You got Baby Pac-Man. My gosh. Whose idea was it to do this fog machine? Okay, we're going to press on. So this, you got Baby Pac-Man. Baby Pac-Man is awesome. It's very difficult. And if you don't know how to play it, it's very frustrating, but this has become one of my favorite. It's definitely in my top 5 arcade games of all time, and I did not grow up with this. So it's pretty cool when you discover a game that you didn't grow up with, and it becomes one of your favorites. That's the cool thing about arcade gaming. There's so many arcade games made. I mean, think about it. Galloping Ghost has 900 of them, more than 900, and they're all unique. So just think about all the variety of arcade games there are in the world for you to discover. So if you just play the common normie games all the time and don't venture out, then you don't even know what you're missing. Okay, let's continue. So we've got the Silver Strike Bowling is down right now. I'm having a little bit of an issue with it, so we'll get that back up and running soon. I'm going to swing over here because we've already done this row. We talked about the Sinistar cockpit. I have something new. I have a Fast and the Furious. So this check out the ground effects, watch. Hold on, can you see that? Look at the ground effects, that's cool. Remember, I bet did you put ground effects on your car? You know you did. Like right now, yeah, you're an adult now and you're not as proud of it. But when you were a kid, you were proud of that. I put ground effects on a Mustang. Purple lights. Now, the funny thing about my purple lights is I hit a speed bump the first day I installed them. Me and my buddies installed it. And I hit a speed bump, and it broke the front tube right off. And that was like when it was fluorescent tubes. It wasn't like this LED stuff. It's a total pain in the butt. But anyways, Fast and the Furious is a very fun game. Raw Thrills, it's their first racer as a company. So their first game was actually Target Terror, and then their second game was Fast and the Furious. This game wasn't going to be Fast and the Furious. It was actually licensed. It wasn't licensed as Fast and the Furious till way later. Eugene Jarvis had a buddy that worked at Stern who got the licensing for him. So this game, they kind of last minute scrambled to turn it into a Fast and the Furious game. Very fun game. If I would compare it to anything, I'd say it's very similar to Cruisin' Exotica with a lot of different elements that make its replayability better. Because you can level up your cars, you have a unique keypad system and stuff. So it's a very, very cool game. It's one of my favorite racers, but I feel like it gets a lot of flack and heat. But I have a feeling the people that give it flack and heat haven't really played it. So play it, give it a shot. My only beef is the music could have been better, but whatever. Like, come on. Raw Thrills, cruising. Like, that was so epic. Why didn't you do that with this? Anyways, okay. Now we've got the Candy Cab. This is the Jellico Pony 4 or 5. I think it's 4. This thing's running an RGB Pi, but it also has a Pandora's Box 10, and it also has a Mr. Cade. So this thing has like a major identity crisis, but that's kind of what Candy Cabs are all about. You can run whatever you want in them. This one's JAMA compatible, so you can put anything really that's a JAMA board in it. So very cool. Everyone should own at least one Candy Cab, in my opinion. If you swing over here, you've got the War Final Assaults. I just did a video on this. Super, super underrated. Way underrated, very fun. If you like the grid, you'll really like this. Those two are great. I'm not going to go in a grid versus War Final Assault kick, but they're both very good. I think people favor the grid, but I think people should give this one a shot. Okay, the last one in the garage right now is Super Hang-On. So Super Hang-On's a project cab. It has jaundice right now. You know when babies come out and they look orange? Yeah, this guy's got jaundice at the moment. It does work. I just can't run all these games on the single circuit I have in here. I'm going to have to upgrade the power in here eventually because I can't run all the games at once. Anyways, that's all the games in the garage. I have about 8 more in storage. We're not going to go there tonight, so we're going to round out the tour by going inside and checking out the inside because I made a lot of changes there that I want to show you guys. I was able to actually fit. This is a nightmare with the fog. Oh my gosh. My neighbors. It's funny. My neighbor the other day is like, "Why do you always have trucks pulling up?" I'm like, because I get arcade games delivered all the time. But they get mad because it takes up a bunch of space. You know, the street in front of my house is kind of narrow, so they get a little upset for a little while. Anyway, all right, let's go through here very, very fast. I'm not editing any of this, by the way. This is all raw. I just figured I haven't done a video like this in a while. But the Big Blue has Street Fighter II Champion Edition. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I grew up playing it. Awesome game. It's got some quarters over there on the glass, getting ready to play it. You got Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. This is a new project. I finished this in 2 days. I got the cabinet from another collector. It was his project, and he didn't finish it. He actually didn't start it, so I really got it as a... This game was a shooting game when I got it. It was sharpshooter, but this is an actual Moonwalker cabinet. It's got the serial numbers to prove it. Great, fun game. This is one of my favorites. It didn't do well in the arcades, but I love that I own it. It's just... This is one that I'll be keeping for a very long time. Okay. Over here you got Miss Pac-Man Galaga. This one actually came from an arcade owner here in Arizona who bought one for his arcade, or 2 for his arcade, I think, and 1 for his house. This one never saw an arcade floor. This is probably the most pristine game. It's minty. Like, this game looks brand new. It looks like it just came out of the box. Very, very cool. Over here, we've got the Smash TV. This is the 19-inch variant. This one's actually very rare. If you see a 19-inch Smash TV, you don't see those a lot, and they fetch top dollar for something like this. Now, this one is extra special because it's running the original boards for Smash TV, original boards for Robotron, and original boards for Total Carnage, as well as Xeno Crisis. I have 4 games running in here, all on original hardware, all twin-stick shooters. Very cool. Xeno Crisis, you could argue, isn't because the way they made the arcade version, they didn't use a twin stick. It's weird. So one stick does directions and the buttons kind of shoot. It's kind of weird. But anyways, it's still worth having in here. And if you've never played Xeno Crisis, it's available on every platform. It's by Bitmap Bureau. Check it out. It's totally worth it. Golden Axe. You guys know if you watch this channel, super Sega fanboy. Love Sega games. You got to have Golden Axe. You got to love Golden Axe. It's just a staple in the collection. You got to have it. That took me a little while to find, though. Afterburner. Another Sega game. Go figure, right? Afterburner is near and dear to my heart because I played it with my grandfather. I've told this story before at the Dream Machine in Lincoln, Rhode Island. This is epic. This one's kind of having some graphical issues too, so I'm going to have to figure out. But I think I have a solution for that, and I'm going to do a video on the channel. It's kind of controversial, maybe a little bit, but you're either going to have a broken game or a working game, and I don't know if I can harvest good parts from another known good board. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of that. Okay, moving on. Favorite game in my collection, Sinistar. The game is stressful, it's fast, it's fun, it's hard, but it's totally worth your time. If you haven't played Sinistar and you're not a Sinistar fan, play it and you will become a Sinistar fan. Just know it's not Asteroids. You have to learn how to play it. Once you learn how to play it, very fun. Okay, rounding out the tour here, we've got the pinball machines. Now, I was able to fit 2 pinball machines in here only because Nick Madsen, my buddy, helped me play some Tetris in this room. So they both fit. I've got Stranger Things and I have a Foo Fighters. I've gotten pretty good at Stranger Things. I've owned that one for a little while now. It's going on almost 2 years. But Foo Fighters, it's a hard game. I haven't mastered it by any stretch of the imagination yet. But that's what's fun about pinball. Every game is different. Some games are good, some games are bad. And there's just a lot of replay value to pinball. So I'm loving it. Now, will I buy more pinball machines? That is the question. Carrie Hardy, if you're watching, I'm stepping out of my lane, baby. I'm a pinball. No, just kidding. I love pinball, though. I do. I've grown to very much love pinball, and that started about 2 years ago at Pinball Expo. Anyways, that is the conclusion of the tour. Now, we didn't go into the storage unit, so you're not seeing everything, but it's mostly everything. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. Put your comments below. Do you like my games I have in my collection? What do you wish that I had? Or what do you not have that wish you had? Or whatever I just said. Anyways, it's getting late. I have to depart. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you on the next one.